Hey everyone! In today's video we're diving into Unai Emery's thoughts on Marcus Rashford's big change. Unai Emery spots Marcus Rashford's biggest change since leaving Manchester United. Aston Villa take on Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League quarterfinals, and Marcus Rashford could play an influential role for Unai Emery's side in the French capital. Marcus Rashford is once again playing with a smile on his face, according to Aston Villa boss Unai Emery. The forward has rediscovered some of his best form in recent weeks under the Spanish coach. The Manchester United loanee has enjoyed an impressive spell at Villa Park since arriving at the club from Old Trafford. Rashford is in line to face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League quarterfinal, having already scored 3 goals and added 4 assists in his time in the Midlands. The French side, who have already wrapped up the Ligue 1 title, welcome Villa to the Parc des Princes on Wednesday evening, and Rashford could yet prove one of the side's biggest threats. It is quite the turnaround for the star, who was unable to break into Ruben Amorim's squad. The 27-year-old had a difficult time under the Portuguese coach and became available for sale during the January transfer window. Though moves to the likes of Barcelona failed to come to fruition, the loan to Aston Villa has paid dividends so far. And Emery is pleased to have Rashford at his disposal. The ex-PSG and Arsenal boss has heaped praise on the forward's attitude and believes he can continue to improve. He is a good guy, humble, a very good professional, and he is really happy with his teammates, said Emery. He is being demanding on himself, and with everything we want to work on with him, with the team. He is playing free, he feels comfortable, and this is the most important thing. We try to connect with him as a person first of all, and afterwards as a player. His process here is getting better, playing in 2 different positions. He started with us as a left winger and now he is playing more as a striker. It's about how he can exploit his qualities as well as he can. There is still work to do, but the most important thing is his feeling. We are seeing him smiling, and it is the best news we can have. I am seeing him happy, committed to everything we are doing, and now it's just about watching him play. It appears Emery is succeeding where Amorim could not. United's boss conceded he could not get Rashford to train the way he hoped after the academy product made his exit. What I say is that I couldn't get Marcus to see the way you're supposed to play football and to train the way I see it, Amorim said in February. And sometimes you have one player who is really good with one coach and the same player with another coach is different. I just wish the best to Rashford and Unai Emery, and they can connect because he's a very good player. Let's focus on the case. The case was some of the guys don't adapt the way. Nemanja Matic details major difference between Chelsea and Man United. I had anger. Nemanja Matic has compared his time at Manchester United and Chelsea, with the veteran midfielder claiming the Blues were more focused on results than the Red Devils. Former Manchester United star Nemanja Matic has claimed trophies were not the focus during his time at Old Trafford. Matic never won a trophy during his 5-year stint at United, but lifted 2 Premier League titles and an FA Cup during his preceding time at Chelsea. And Matic has now compared his experience at the 2 clubs, claiming results on the pitch were the main focus at Chelsea, and that was simply not the case at United. The veteran midfielder says he had the anger to win trophies when he first signed in 2017, but he believes the club was more commercial-minded. When asked about his time at Old Trafford, Matic told The Athletic, "We did our best every single year, the players, the coaches. In my first year, we finished second. We were leading in January, but Man City won. We finished second, 6th, 3rd, 2nd and 6th. We played in the Europa League, Super Cup and FA Cup finals. We played Champions League in 4 of my 5 seasons. But we didn't win. If I compare how we did with United now, then we did great, but of course United cannot be happy finishing second. United need to be winning leagues. We gave it our best and sometimes we'd get criticized, but I didn't see any major problems in the club. The organization was very good. The conditions perfect. The difference I felt after Chelsea was that, at Chelsea, everything was about the result and winning trophies. That was the spirit in the whole club, even from the man who cuts the grass. Roman Abramovich would only ask us about results. At United, it was more commercial-minded. I started to think that, after a couple of months in the club, I understand that our salary needs to be paid, but I felt that the results were not the focus like it was at Chelsea. I maybe did 2 commercial jobs at Chelsea. At United it was far more. I arrived at United with the anger to win trophies like I had at Chelsea, but step by step I started to feel that trophies were not the focus. Maybe I'm not right, but that was my feeling inside. Matic is currently plying his trade in League One with Lyon and is now set to lock horns with United in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, with the first leg taking place in France. The atmosphere will be amazing. The stadium is very good, he added. People can expect a very good game. We have a lot of good, experienced players here, a big squad. Of course, Ryan Cherky is someone who a lot of clubs are watching, an amazing talent who can decide a game in one movement. Alex Lacazette is here, who many people know. It will be hard for United, and the Europa League is very important for both clubs. Here, we're trying to reach our space in the top 3 in League One so that we can play Champions League. Man United could keep 2 players at club even after contracts expire at end of season. For Manchester United, players are out of contract at the end of the season, but veterans Jonny Evans and Tom Heaton could remain at the club as they embark on coaching careers. Manchester United are set to revamp their squad in the summer, with several players expected to depart when their contracts expire. Christian Eriksen has admitted he is likely to leave Old Trafford at the end of the season, having not had any contact about an extension. I haven't been told anything, and since I haven't, I assume the collaboration will end, he told TV2 recently. That's how I interpret it. Everyone knows my contract is expiring, so I expect there's only one way this will go. I haven't thought much about it. In my mind, I'm prepared to find something new. What that will be, I haven't decided yet. I don't have anything specific that I really want to try, so I'll see what comes along and what fits me and my family. Victor Lindelof has also said no talks have been had about his future and admitted he doesn't know what will happen. Jonny Evans and Tom Heaton are also out of contract in the summer, but a report from the Daily Mail claims that the pair could remain at United as coaches. It is claimed that both Evans and Heaton could follow in the footsteps of Phil Jones, who has been working with the academy players at Carrington since he retired from football in 2024. It's been great with Phil, he is with us weekly, United's under-18s boss Adam Lawrence told the Manchester Evening News of Jones' impact. He spends time with the under-14s and under-18s as well, so he gets to experience like the different age groups of the academy. But for us, he's been great. He's obviously from the club in terms of his background and what he's done here, and I think as well for the players to not just learn from him in terms of the areas of his game and his knowledge, but also some of the off-the-field stuff and what they're going through. Whether it be team selection, how you prepare for games, diet, nutrition. Myself and Colin Little have really appreciated him being involved in the program, and he's added some real value in a different way. Hopefully, we've given him the opportunity to start coaching on the field with players. I know he's been of massive value and he'll continue to do that as well. Jones is currently taking the UEFA Pro License coaching course and eventually hopes to become a manager. I don't think you can be just a head coach, and I don't think you can be just a manager, he recently told ESPN. I've seen managers be tremendous managers, but not so much on the grass, and they've fallen short. And I've seen it the other way, where they've been terrific head coaches but not quite have the understanding of the players and the management. In this day and age, you have to be both, and you have to have a good understanding of both. It's about managing players. And Manchester United 24-man training squad versus Lyon revealed as Ruben Amorim handed injury boost. Man United trained at Carrington this morning ahead of facing Lyon in the Europa League on Thursday night. Kobbie Mainoo took part in Wednesday morning's training session at Carrington, meaning he could make his return to the Manchester United squad against Lyon. Mainoo last played against Leicester City in the FA Cup on February 7th. The midfielder sustained a muscular injury in training before the Tottenham Hotspur clash and has been absent since then. Ruben Amorim said ahead of the Manchester derby last weekend that Mainoo had returned to training and would be assessed ahead of the Manchester City game. He was not named in Sunday's matchday squad, but his participation in the session before the clash with Lyon suggests he may be in contention to make a return. Matthijs de Ligt was also absent for the derby. He rolled his ankle against Nottingham Forest and limped away from the City ground. There was hope he could be fit to face Lyon tomorrow night, but he was not part of the training squad, so looks to be unavailable for selection at the Groupama Stadium. Aiden Heaven was carried off the pitch on a stretcher against Leicester on March 16th. He wore a protective boot after that injury and was also absent from the session on Wednesday. Toby Collier has picked up a knock and did not take part in training. Jonny Evans last played against Tottenham in the Carabao Cup in December, and he's been sidelined with a muscle issue. Ahmad suffered an ankle injury in training in February and remains absent. The Europa League is United's only chance of winning a trophy this season, and winning the competition also provides automatic entry into the Champions League phase for 2025/2026. Lyon won 7-1 on aggregate across 2 legs against FC Espy in the round of 16. They are 5th in the French top flight and head into Thursday night's match after winning 2-1 against Lyon.